What's up, my dudes? That truth always comes out eventually. You just gotta be a little patient with the tea sipper, okay? MXGP 25, the game. This is an interesting conversation to have, and the reason why I'm making a video on it now is because we just saw these new couple of updates with MXGP 24. Kind of got my tea sipping brain turning a little bit, you know. I feel like they're kind of making a mistake here with what they're doing, in the sense of, I don't know why they're wasting any time on updating MXGP 24 at this point, with it being the most disastrous, most negative reviewed motocross game of all time that I have ever seen before. I just don't even understand why they would try to put any effort into that. I don't know why they would put any effort into that to try to update that or fix that at this point, when everybody's already moved on from the game. Like, it's not really gonna benefit them any at this point. What they need to be doing is focusing on putting their attention into their next MXGP game. You know, presumably that would be like a MXGP 25, 2025 style game. I suppose that's what they were supposed to be doing. I thought they were going to be doing like an MXGP game every year with this new KT Racing, you know, company here. So I would just assume they would be at least doing something similar like that. They may not make an MXGP 25. It may be like a MXGP 26 or something like that. But yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm just confused at what they're even doing with updating MXGP 24. I'm just going to keep it, you know, 420 T-Sipper real talking with you. I think these new updates might have actually made MXGP 24 worse than it was beforehand. Like, I'm not even joking around, boys. It actually almost feels like it's even worse to me, if that's even possible. Oh my goodness, man. I mean, you talk about one of the weirdest physics systems that have ever been put in a dirt bike game ever. Oh boy. And it's still like that after the first two updates. Oh boy. So, yeah, I feel like this is a case of, you know, this is not like a MX vs. ATV Legends or something of the sort, where they were planning on from the very beginning to come out with MX vs. ATV Legends and that basically be the MX vs. ATV game for the next 6 or 9 years. You know, that was the original plan with that game, was for it to be like a updated over multiple years into the future. And also, MX vs. ATV Legends was nowhere near as bad as MXGP 24 when it first came out. Not even close. So that's just like a whole different kind of situation, you know what I mean? But with these MXGP games, they're more in that sort of release cycle of like at least yearly or every other year or something like that. So that's what I mean by it don't make any sense for them to even be updating this game, MXGP 24, at this point, when they could already be working on the next games. I just feel like that's way more of a important thing they could actually be putting their time and effort into. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, if I was KT Racing, I know you had a disastrous launch, but like, the best thing you could do at this point is kind of let MXGP 24 sort of die out as best as you can. Trust me, you want people to forget about that game. You don't want to be updating it and people realizing how bad it is again. You want to try to kind of, you know, let that MXGP 24 kind of get swept out of here in a sense, and then try to almost have like a fresh start, even though that's impossible at this point. But that's your best case scenario at this point. Try to go in there, put all your effort into the next MXGP game. I don't know if they were trying to do these first couple of updates with MXGP 24 as almost just like a little damage control. At least we could say we tried to do something with it. I don't know. I don't know how much they plan on updating it into the future either, you know. But I'm just saying it's completely pointless with how bad the game was when it first came out. It's non-updatable. It's not updatable, fixable, you know what I mean? It's too broken, brother. Way too broken. But you do still have that chance of coming out with a MXGP 25, 26, something like that, and it be better than MXGP 24, and you try to start this, you know, gaining the trust back from the fans. It's going to be a slow process, but that's all you can really do, brother. I'm telling you, I've been around this moto gaming shit for more than a decade. That's all you can really do at this point. MXGP 24 is what it is. There ain't nothing else you can do about it, you know. But they still seem to have the license to be making these games for the next few years at least. So, yeah, dudes, I don't even know at this point, but, you know, I guess we might see an MXGP 25. We might not. I don't know. It's just hard to say when you have that bad of a launch of a game and it gets that bad of negative reviews on Steam and, you know, everything else about it. It's just not looking too good for them, man. But, yeah, what do I even say that they should do with the MXGP 25 game? You need to fix everything. Every single thing about it needs fixed. That's the thing about it. Like, even if they update it, they're not going to change the graphics of MXGP 24. They're not going to really go in there and change it. Like, no, dudes, no. But MXGP 25 needs everything better. And I'm not exaggerating. It needs better physics, better gameplay, better graphics, better tracks, way better. We're not just talking about a little bit better. We're talking about, like, you're at the bottom of the barrel. You know, you got to just try to climb yourself back up to, like, a 4 out of 10 style, 4 out of 20 style rating on your game because you're, like, at a 1 out of 10 right now with MXGP 24. That's more like you're just trying to claw your way back to, like, mediocre moto game with your future moto games. You're not clawing your way to some amazing... I just don't see that happening, bro. But anyways, yeah, I don't know, man. I just think for their own sake, they need to let MXGP 24 go. It was a bad attempt. You shouldn't have released this game in this state. It is what it is. Best thing you can do now, though, move on. Start putting your efforts into the next game. Try to make that next game something better. That's the best thing you could do. I'm telling you right now. That's what you need to be focused on at this current point.